Hey guys, Luke here with another review for Apple product. What we're going to be reviewing today is the Anker's USB-C hub. Back again, doing another review. Got the shirt on, my kids just got me to follow my Star Wars theme in the background. Always like that. But what we're going to be talking about is a different USB-C hub from Anker's. The last video I just did, I'll try to leave a thumbnail up in the top, was about this Complan 7-in-1. See if I can get that to focus on that. 7-in-1 USB-C. And I talked about what I liked and what I disliked about it. And what I mentioned in another one is I think this is going to be a lot better option for most people for the MacBook Air Pro laptop to make them more mobile and accessible to other things. So what we're going to do is let's take a closer look at what came in the package compared to the Complan and see if it's a good choice for you. If we take a look at the Complan package, it's a white and orange, has all the descriptions on the front like I showed you the other day. But if you open it up, you can see there's nothing in it except for just the Complan USB-C hub. It's very basic, not much presentation to it. Let's go ahead and grab the Anker's USB-C hub and take a look at it. This Anker's USB-C hub, when you pull it out, it's a lot more presentable to the customer. Comes out with a nice packaging, has some reading material, it says happy right on the front, makes you feel good about it. You flip it over, has any frequent asked questions on here that you might need. And you got the presentation of the hub right in front of you. When you're opening up, you go over and see there's a microfiber little holder for it to store it. When you go over and throw it in your bag, open it up, you can go over and slide the hub right in. Nice storage for keeping it put together, so when you throw it in the bag, it's not getting tangled up, getting scratched or damaged. But you can see they made a lot more of an effort on the presentation of this than they did with the Complan. And the surprising difference is the Complan cost $79.99 at my local PC Richards. And I went over and bought this Anker's off of Amazon for less than $40. So half the price, a lot better presentation. And I think it's going to perform a lot better for the needs that I need. So talking about the build quality, when you look at it, it's a dark gray. It's not the same space gray that you might have for your MacBook Air like this one. This one's more of a space gray, it kind of matches. This one's kind of a dark plastic gray. But what I like about this cable that comes out to connect into USB-C in the side of your MacBook Air or Pro and connect it into your laptop, it can move freely as you're trying to hook up other external devices, connecting it to the hub. It doesn't go over and bind up. It doesn't flex at all on your MacBook. It just sits there. It's present. It's what you need to have, so you don't feel like you're going to damage anything. If you go over and move your laptop, it's not going to put any side pressure or anything on the ports, like I mentioned as a concern about the Complan style. And Anker's makes one just like the Complan style that connects into the two USB-C ports. I just don't like that design. I think it's flawed unless you're leaving your laptop completely stationary as a workspace and just using that laptop for the processing power and using external monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and that laptop doesn't move, then it'll be great. But for someone that's on the go, bringing it with them, I think this is a lot more feasible for what you want. So when looking at this one side, you have a HDMI, you have a SD and a micro SD, and a USB-C port that gives you your power direct pass-through to charge your laptop as you're using it. When you go ahead and flip this over to the opposite side, it gives you your additional ports. It gives you a 5 gig USB-C data transfer and 2 USB-A data transfer connections, which basically is everything you're gonna need on the go to connect any type of external device to your laptop for data transfer. It's gonna be awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on the laptop and how it functions for what we might need to do with it. All right, here's a top view of taking a look at the laptop connecting to Anker's. When connecting to USB-C port, it still gives you additional USB-C port on the side of your laptop. And then you have your Anker's sitting right here off to the side. I'm gonna go over and hook up an external monitor. Go over and plug it into the HDMI port. Turn my monitor on. And here we are. We've got our second work desktop monitor over here for what we might need. Looking at this, as I noticed, this little ring light came on showing that there's power going to it, supplied from our laptop. Now let's go ahead and try hooking up our external power source. So this is not a power direct connection, and as you can see, you didn't hear the power being hooked up. If I go over and hook this up to the one that has PD next to it, there you go. You just heard it. Now we're charging our laptop, and any external devices that hook up that might need a power source is also getting powered coming from the wall. If I want to go and hook up my USB drive, all I can do is hook it up into one of these standard 3.0 USB-A's, and I can go over and have access to it. It pops up on my laptop immediately to go over and access it. If I want to go over and eject it, I can go over and eject it. It removes it. Now I can safely remove my thumb drive. But this is nice because if I need to go over, let me move this out of the way. If I need to go over and move my laptop to reposition to look at what I want, it doesn't matter what my laptop is doing. I can go over and have that tucked out of the way, and I can move this and do what I want to do on my laptop, and I don't have some device. I also mentioned with the Compline design, which Anker also makes, so I don't have to worry about putting it down and damaging a port. I got this flexible, looks about 6 inches extension for my hub, and it's awesome. If I want to go over and remove everything, I can go over and just unplug it, grab it with 2 hands to unplug it, and that's what I like about it. The other one was stuck next to the side of the laptop. This one, which Anker makes a very similar design, is stuck to the side. Yeah, it might look cool, but I mentioned that flex that I'm worried about. And if I want to go over and hook up an HDMI port, I have to feel like I have to be a little bit more sensitive to hooking it up because it's attached to these ports and there's no give. I want to move this around, I'm just kind of stuck to multiple things hooked up to it. Also, hooking up these thumb drives, it's a little more difficult depending on how thick a thumb drive you have, because there's not much space. I'm already making contact with the table, and it's a little difficult to remove. And when you're doing that, you have to hold on to the whole laptop to pull this out, compared to being able just to grab this and remove it, and you're not putting any stress on your laptop itself. Because these are cheap, $40. Buy one, if you damage it, buy another one. Your laptop's $1,000, if not more, depending on which device you get. I got the base model, but I'd rather not put any strain on my laptop if I had that choice. And here's another thumb drive, SanDisk wireless one. It's a little bit thicker than the standard size. And you know what? It won't slide in if it's flush with the table. I actually have to bend this up to get it to fit into the laptop. So now I'm putting pressure, side pressure, flexing on these ports in this design. I personally don't like it. And if I go over and just try to remove it, see how it pulls on the hub? It's a little more cumbersome to do than it would be to go over and take the Ankers with a flexible wire, plug this in. I want to plug in my HDMI, plug my HDMI in, plug my pass-through power, and there I am. I'm good to go. If I want to go over and hook up a thumb drive, I can just pick this up, not bothering my laptop, and I can hook this all up and just put it down out of the way, tuck it off to the side, and I'm doing nothing to the physical laptop when introducing or removing external devices. I'm putting no stress onto the laptop. Remember how hard it was to pull this out by itself? I can just hold on to this a lot easier and remove the devices. I think it's a better design. It's just my opinion, it's my 2 cents on which one you should go with. Alright guys, so that was my review today on the Anker USB-C hub. I think it's a great product. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me out as a new YouTuber trying to get my channel up and running. What I am here for today and what I like to do is watch reviews on products before I waste my money, waste my time, and waiting for it to be shipped and coming and find out I don't like it. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this community. That's what I'm here for, is to do reviews. A lot of them are going to be from Amazon, because that's pretty much where everyone gets their stuff from. No one's going locally. No one's doing any of that. So please come back. And until next time, guys, be safe.